well struck. Chance of a run out. They've gone for the appeal. Batsman is in. And after over number 1, 3 without loss.
Outstanding though.
Yes, he leaks runs. And I'd be very nervous as a captain. Too close to ask him to hold the channel, and Sohail then following those orders, because he's on a different tangent on his own as a bowler, and which is rather difficult for or makes it difficult for the captain as a leader to ask him to do a job in a certain fashion.
But look at it this way, Ramesh. From an opponent's point of view, there has to be some breathing space, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's right, but you know, he's got experience and you know that he's got potential to pull it off. It's just that he carries on with his variations from over number 1 till the last over of his spell, and so as a result he over experiments and gives away extra runs. I think he's got to know his script, and he's got to know his potential, and he's got to know the fact that bowling dots is not such a bad idea. I think he looks for wickets of every delivery, almost every delivery. It gives you the notion sitting from up here that he wants a wicket of every ball, that he's trying to outsmart the opponent every time he's running into ball.
Do you think he's not clear in his role? Because he's the senior most fast bowler in this Pakistani team. So in his mind, he must be thinking, my job is about wickets, getting that breakthrough, just like Sri Lanka expect Malinga to do all the time.
In a fledgling fast bowling department, I think he's got to be the leader of the pack, and so therefore he's got extra bit of responsibility on his shoulders, which is A, to provide Pakistan with a breakthrough, and B, to be consistent. It's important for the bowlers also to read the pitch and make a plan how to go about delivering the goods, bowling dots and looking to pick up wickets. You cannot generalize conditions. At times it feels as if he's generalized a plan in his mind, and that he's going to execute that plan irrespective of whether the conditions allow him to execute the strategy and plan. 2 for 33 at Sharjah, 1 for 15 of 5 overs. This is versus South Africa. Expensive at Sharjah against. Punished the short ball, was good against spinners also, and just a very good batsman. Very good with the pull shot, and a very good innings, getting a 50 and getting Sri Lanka on the right path, chasing that mammoth total that was set by Pakistan at Sharjah. Today's task is just a little bit easier in a way, that Pakistan have got less than 300. 284 for 4 Pakistan ended up with.
They did put on a good partnership, laid a solid foundation up front. 66 of 12.5 overs, these two batsmen. But if you do consider the target they were chasing, the required run rate, generally the plan is to get a good start, meaning try and get ahead of the rate, try and bring it down to a manageable proportion when the field goes back. In that sense, both batsmen did not dominate Pakistani bowlers.
But I feel the new laws, because of the new laws, you can now have good phases anywhere during the 50 overs, because the previous format didn't allow you to be a little bit flexible in your method, in your strategy, in your execution. But now you know that there's a batting power play come the 35th over, and then the fielders are lesser in the outfield. And with 2 new balls in batting conditions, that's also kind of a luxury for the batsman. So I think you can now pace your run chase or pace your batting innings a little differently also.
And also you mentioned the 2 new balls. Now that would mean in the first 10 overs there's more threat from the bowlers as well.
Yeah, but if I were batting on a pitch like Sharjah or Dubai, I would absolutely enjoy batting against the new ball. Especially if your bowling attack consists of 2 or 3 medium paces. You also neutralize the effect of spinners. Because balls take longer to get old, especially if you've got a lush green outfield as it is here in Dubai.
And in subcontinent conditions, in conditions like what you find in the UAE, the longer it takes to get older, the better it is for a batting team.
Then you can also add the dew factor. Sohail Tanvir was quite expensive, in fact massively expensive. 1 for 69 of his 10 overs. One for 69 at Sharjah. It was a high scoring game, so maybe you can look the other way and not target him, but it's just that he's now got to understand his role and write a safer script, not only for himself but for his captain also. That's driven firmly. Ball goes to Shahid Afridi at mid-off. After 2. Dilshan has the key to Sri Lanka's success. He can upset the rhythm of the spinner by playing such a shot. He's very good, the sweep shot, the Dil scoop. He'll take it out against medium paces. This would have sort of softened Mohammad Hafiz. That was a good blow.
Yeah, he needs to play shots like this. Now if he had missed it, he would have been plumb out. But you have to put Hafiz under pressure, because you know how difficult it's going to be against Afridi and Ajmal. And the best way to handle them looked pretty straight. Maybe the angle was just taking it down leg side.
This in fact is good cricket from Pakistan. They have not maintained a sweeper at square leg. There are 2 men in the ring on the leg side to stop the batsman from rotating the strike, and thereby inviting this sweep shot, which is, as we mentioned earlier, a touch risky. That ball would have missed the stumps, but Hafiz was able to induce that shot just because there's no fielder at deep backward square leg. That indulged Tilakaratne Dilshan into playing across the line. Wickets are important for Pakistan.
Well, for the line he bowls, wicket to wicket, that's the best way to go. This was that 2 balls ago. No turn, it's just the angle, and a good call from the umpire. The free hit is towards mid-wicket. That's what he's blocked.
Goes back, plays with a straight bat. This is good batting. Safely done away towards mid-on for a... I like his footwork. He's very nimble-footed. A lot of things to like about Pereira. His footwork, his technique is very decent, and then he can hit those big shots as well. Every now and then he produces that big pull shot away towards square leg or mid-wicket. Can launch the spinners as well. So he's a good find. There you see that front foot coming out to meet the ball. There's that flourish. So it's a nice mix, and must be difficult to bowl at because he doesn't have a regular game. He doesn't have one-dimensional game. He can be the slogger when his team needs him to be, and then he can be conventional in his method and style. He can be copybook correct.
Unpredictable. Now he's got to be careful. We see that this happen with lots of batsmen. They find the middle of the bat, they hit it hard but straight to a fielder. That itself can be frustrating.
Edges it for a run. Tanveer has been good so far because all he has tried to do is to find the good length area, find the right channel. Not worried about the bouncer or the yorker or the variations. It does pay if you keep it simple. This is not a complicated game. Got to work out the batsman and then have a plan and then work on it meticulously. Short cover in place for Dilshan as a catcher, and the ball goes straight to that man.
In the first ODI, this is Sohail Tanveer. A lot of occasions where width was on offer, but he used the round the wicket angle on quite a few occasions, so he had to come in at the batsman from that line.
What is interesting is look at the spread of deliveries. They're all over the place. Full, good length shot. That's the reason why he went for 69 in 10. Picked up a wicket, but obviously he had a rough day at the office. That's short and wide and gone. Gets it past point. So after bowling a couple of good overs, in fact the first one was a good one. This would have turned out to be a good one had he not bowled this half trigger wide, and Dilshan is not going to miss out on those.
That was asking to be put away. Now Dilshan is looking much calmer. He's in control. He's not just throwing his hands at the ball. I mentioned using his feet. He's getting into good positions, getting a base from where he can launch.
After over number 4, Sri Lanka, a big partnership. One big partnership and Pakistan would be under pressure.
Yeah. The focus should be to chip away at that target. Break it down into small targets, first 10 overs, then the next 5, and so forth. I was mentioning the way to put pressure on Afridi and Ajmal is to play the other bowlers well. Be positive and busy against the likes of Tanveer, Junaid in this instant, Bhatti, and to a certain extent Hafiz too, because he'll get through his overs in the power play overs. That gives Misbah the opportunity to use his ace spinners the way he wants to.
I'm sure he'll keep Ajmal's role in mind come the last phase of the innings, because at Sharjah Ajmal finished up early, and so Pakistan's underbelly was exposed in the shape of Bilawal Bhatti and Sohail Tanveer and Junaid Khan also. Even though Junaid Khan is a pretty experienced campaigner, but it's just that he had an off day, and Pereira for once misfiring. 18 without loss after 5. It's a permanent fixture for Pakistan in that important area. You normally have your best fielder patrolling the point range.
Last ball of last over. This foul Haq. Just couldn't get the dive. He needed to drive in front.
Chance? No, he makes it with time to spare. Right, we were talking about Pakistan's performance with the ball at Sharjah, and the fast bowlers were roughed up. Sohail Tanveer 1 for 69, Bilawal Bhatti 1 for 56 and 7, economy rate of 8. Junaid Khan economy rate of almost 8 and Sohail Tanveer 6.90. That's why pressure came on Pakistani spinners, and they held up quite nicely to that pressure built up by Sri Lankan batsmen. Oh, shot, beautifully done. Played it away towards mid-wicket with the angle of the ball. Will it, yeah, it does kiss the rope. Saeed Ajmal was after it, and he would have been hoping that the ball would go and cross over the boundary rope.
That's a good shot. Nothing wrong with the delivery. It's just outside off stump on a length. There's not much you can do about it, Sohail Tanveer. Then a lot of batsmen. The batsmen were waiting to come out. Everybody willing this to go to the boundary. Because even the batsmen had given up. They were not running hard. So both these teams had been practicing with the wet ball, getting a bucket of water and dipping it in. This was 2 balls ago. Thought it'll race away, but this outfield hasn't been as quick.
You see the bat and the handle, in fact, turning in his gloves. That's why I didn't have any force behind that one. Barely made it to the fence.
Deep square leg now in place.
Smashed, slammed, past point. This time it has power and timing. So 2 boundaries in this over for the left-hander. And Misbah-ul-Haq, well, he'll be contemplating a change now. Tanveer, 2.5 overs, none for 16.
Well, I said there was nothing wrong with the previous delivery, but not on this occasion. It was short, it was wide, and it was sitting up.
He's got to do that ball after ball, target the stumps and keep it. Hafiz is the preferred option in his 4th over. Sweep shot, that's gone. Dismissed. Over the infield. Dilshan finds the fence. The Sri Lankan flags are out once again. This is turning out to be good show so far with the bat. Platform is being nicely managed and set by Pereira and Dilshan.
They've been calm, and it's looked solid, no risks involved. This is a perfect option. The length was there, so he got underneath it and hit it on top of the 2 fielders in the circle. Dilshan looking good.
He looks just a little bit worried because his plans have been neutralized, thwarted by Dilshan's improvisation. Now we've got a deep backward square leg. Long on has been asked to come in back into the ring, so it gives Dilshan an opportunity to go straight because mid-off, mid-on are up in the circle. There's a straightish mid-wicket because he doesn't spin the ball much. That's a good angle from Hafiz, because when the ball is turning from an off spinner, that straightish mid-wicket is usually positioned lot squarer.
But good cricket from Dilshan, because he's got the boundary off the first ball. So the pressure is now on the bowler. If Kusal Pereira and Dilshan can knock it around for singles, they end up with 9 and over, risk-free.
Taking a lot of time to set his field, managing the stage himself, Mohammad Hafiz. Goes back once again, goes through the leg side, plays it with a straight bat, picks up a run. So 6 from the over so far with 3 balls to bowl.
Pitch on the slower side, Ramiz. This is not short, but he has time to rock onto the back foot and punch it.
There's that big shot. Mid-off, up in the ring, inviting that shot from Dilshan. He says, I'll take that chance. And that's why it's such a great attraction in one-day internationals, in one-day cricket. Dilshan will take risks. This time it was a calculated one.
Result of the 2 sweep shots. Now with this field set, Hafiz is not comfortable. He always bowls with the 2 men behind square in the circle and protection down the ground. So his length is different.
Goes for the appeal, and umpire is not convinced. It was quicker from Hafiz, and he's not going to ask for a referral as well.
Took Umar Akmal's word this time. Umar Akmal just signalling it was leg side. They ignored him in the first ODI.
It was a very good call, actually. If it was from Umar Akmal, it made a lot of sense. Look where he ended up, Umar Akmal himself. Good batting. Mid-on was up in the ring, but still couldn't save that run. Managing the commentary box. And ready to rock and roll is Waqar Yunus and that deadly man, Danny Zongpa.
Thank you, Double R. Ramiz Raja on a Friday evening. Shahid Tanvir is steaming in. He's into his 4th over. Hafiz has bowled 4. He's gone for 22. Could have been bigger numbers, has to be said. It's Friday, it's the big day of the week to get in big numbers. Just wonder if that's part of the impact of T20 cricket. Spoilt for back-to-back T20s on a Wednesday and a Friday last week. Pakistan won the first one of these 5 50-over matches. So it was Sharjah on a Wednesday. Here we are Friday in Dubai, and then we're going back to Sharjah on Sunday. And then the final 2 remaining matches in Abu Dhabi. So you've got to get in and see these stars in the flesh, up close and personal, and see them perform their magic. That's today, and as I mentioned, Sharjah and Abu Dhabi. And of course the test matches start on the last day of 2013. Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Sharjah, 1st, 2nd and 3rd test. Oh, like this a lot, Waqar Yunus. We're smiling with that shape in the corridor.
Shahid Tanvir normally swings the ball into the left-hander. That last delivery just pitched and seamed away. Not much of a swing, but it was more off the surface. Good delivery. The length was just perfect. Sri Lanka needs to challenge this total. One of these guys got to go out and get 100. And they're playing quite nicely, quite sensibly, I should say. They are in no rush. Run rate is within the limits. 245. Sri Lanka requires of 254 deliveries. So all they need to do is just keep wickets in hand and keep pushing those singles. Don't have to be rash. Build a partnership. Pakistan need wickets.
Sure do. Tanvir. Another one from the Stats Guru corner. This time about Shahid Tanvir. And he's got 17 wickets against Sri Lanka in 12 matches. They'll know that. He'll know that. And he's got a 5-wicket bag. His only 5-wicket bag came against this opposition, against the Sri Lankans at Karachi in 2008 in the Asia Cup. So he's played 58 matches in all, but 12 against this opposition. Best of 5 for 48. There's his only 5-wicket haul. Cheeky single. Direct hit. But they're far too quick for that. And Dilla's 6 boundaries, no maximums as yet. Sao Tanvir says overall average is 35, his bowling average. But I tell you what, against Sri Lanka, it's 27.11. Need some magic from the big left armour tonight. Here's Shahid Ajmal. Into the attack, and he's swept immediately. That's how you greet one of the best in the business, Waqar Younis.
Yeah, no respect. He has seen many a time, Dilshan. He wants to put Shahid Ajmal under pressure, and he has done it on the first ball. With no final leg or a square leg back on the boundary, this was easy pickings. But to hit it to Shahid Ajmal, that was a brave shot. This is the third time we've seen him picking up a boundary on the leg side. Pakistan moving the 2 fielders. The final leg, square leg back on the boundary, and Shahid Ajmal straight away coming around the wicket.
And once again, here is back-to-back boundaries. He's laid down the gauntlet. Has Dillas.
Beautiful use of the feet. Any youngster watching, that's the way to go. Doesn't matter who you're batting, if you can get to the pitch of the ball, you've got every chance of hitting over the top, and that's exactly what he did. Gun barrel straight.
Gotta be quick, I think he's gone. Here's a direct hit. Illingworth has already raised the finger. It's the first one down for Sri Lanka. Been given. Don't bother even going upstairs, Richard Illingworth.
That was a poor cricket by the Sri Lankans. The run was never on. 2 boundaries being hit in the first 2 deliveries. It was not required. Lost the wicket of Kusal. Very nicely picked, very quickly thrown that delivery ball and straight onto the stumps, and that is gone. That's a comfortable run out. Umpire didn't need the third umpire on that. Kusal Pereira gone for 16, is 49 for 1.
Shahid bhai, Pepsi piye, cricket khele.
Kumar Sangakkara centre stage to join one of his old teammates in Dilshan. Getting on in years, but those are good numbers. Slip in and got a leg gully in. So Shahid Tanvir is at leg gully. He's up against Shahid Ajmal as Sangers. Okay, super coach Waqar, who for you holds the key?
That's a run out for you. Direct hit, always dangerous. Well, Danny, these two are the most experienced player in their side. After 2 boundaries, that's a great pickup by Bhatti. The youngster threw it very, very quickly. One of these 2 got to go on and make it big. We'll talk about
dots on the trot. Pereira run out for 16. Dad call. He's a bit late getting going. Yeah, he was too slow to get out of the blocks. He's on his heels was Kushal Pereira, and a direct hit did not help Pereira's cause. Boom, gone by miles. Yeah, I think even if it had gone straight into the gloves of Akmal, would have still been out. Long way out. Direct hit made it even worse.
get 100 for their team. That's the only way I see Sri Lanka winning from here, although they're early days, what I'm saying.
Sangers, he's 4 deliveries yet to get off the mark. Okay, Waqar, now mentioned Sangers and Dilshan are the key for Sri Lanka. Two spinners, key for Pakistan tonight, you think?
Well, if there is no dew, I would say Shahid Ajmal will be the key. Afridi, of course. So we've got three good spinners. I think they all match each other. They're all hungry for wickets. They're all attacking. So can't really differentiate any of them. But I'll still say Shahid Ajmal will be the key because he'll be bowling in the power plays and in the times when Pakistan will be needing wickets. So I'll bank on him.
Hafiz has got through 4 overs, for 22. He's key with a new ball, didn't get a wicket. He's already got through 4 of his workload. Sangers battling a little. 4 dot balls out of 5. Dilshan 34 from 29 with 6 boundaries. Sangakkara's just joined him. Faced half a dozen yet to get underway. Needs a big score here to Sangakkara. Got a start the other night but couldn't kick on in Sharjah. Last ball of the power play. Can't get off the mark, so just a single from the 10th. It's 50 for 1.
You phone say you